dark psychological tricks used by powerful leaders have shaped history, controlled nations, and influenced billions of people without them ever realizing it. Today, we're exposing the top 10 manipulation tactics that leaders quietly use to gain power, maintain control, and bend society to their will. These techniques are subtle, effective, and deeply unsettling. And once you recognize them, you'll never look at authority the same way again. 10. The illusion of choice. One of the simplest yet most effective tricks is making people believe they have freedom, when in reality, all available options still lead to the leader's desired outcome, whether it's politics, workplace decisions, or social systems. The illusion of choice gives people a sense of control while ensuring the leader keeps actual control. This trick reduces resistance because people feel they made the decision themselves. 9. Repetition until belief. Powerful leaders know that repetition can override logic. When a message is repeated enough times, the human brain begins to accept it as truth, even without evidence. Advertising uses it, propaganda uses it, and throughout history, regimes used it to implant ideas so deeply that people stopped questioning them entirely. 8. Divide and distract. A united population is dangerous to any powerful leader seeking control, but a divided one is easy to manage. Leaders create conflict between groups, shift attention to irrelevant issues, and keep people emotionally engaged in battles that don't affect the leader's power. As long as the public is distracted, the leader's actions go unchallenged. 7. Manufactured fear. Fear is one of the strongest motivators in human psychology. Leaders amplify threats, real or imagined, then present themselves as the only solution. When people are afraid, they willingly sacrifice privacy, freedom, and critical thinking in exchange for a sense of security. This tactic has been used in governments, cults, and even corporate structures. 6. Controlled information flow. Knowledge is power, and leaders know that controlling information means controlling behavior. By limiting what people see, shaping the narrative, or filtering out anything that challenges their authority, leaders create an environment where their version of reality becomes the only version. When people lack complete information, they become dependent on the leader's guidance. 5. Charisma as a weapon. Many leaders cultivate a magnetic personality with carefully crafted confidence, charm, and emotional expressiveness. This charisma disarms resistance, builds loyalty, and makes people overlook flaws. A charismatic leader can convince followers to believe almost anything, not because the message is strong, but because the messenger is for. Creating a common enemy. Pointing to an external threat unites followers, strengthens loyalty, and justifies extreme actions. Whether it's another nation, a rival group, or an abstract idea, the common enemy tactic gives people a target for their fears and frustrations. And while the public focuses on the enemy, the leader consolidates power behind the scenes. 3. Strategic vulnerability. Some leaders intentionally reveal small weaknesses or personal stories to appear trustworthy and relatable. This creates emotional bonding and lowers people's defenses. Once that connection is formed, followers become more accepting of the leader's decisions, even the harmful ones. 2. Gaslighting on a massive scale. Gaslighting isn't only a relationship tactic. It's used by leaders too, by denying obvious truths, rewriting history, or framing critics as unstable. Leaders make people doubt their own perception of reality. Once someone questions their own judgment, they become easier to manipulate and guide. 1. The savior complex. The most dangerous trick of all. convincing people that only the leader can fix everything. When a population sees a leader as their savior, they ignore contradictions, excuse wrongdoing, and surrender their autonomy. This tactic turns leadership into dependency, and dependency into unquestionable power. Powerful leaders throughout history used these dark psychological tactics to gain influence, maintain control, and shape entire nations. Recognizing these strategies is the first step to resisting them and to understanding just how easily human behavior can be manipulated. Follow and like for more dark mysteries, hidden truths, and psychological secrets.